Hey guys, this is Zandane here, author of the Personalized Recipes mod, and I'm here to show you a little bit about how to use the mod. So, let's get started. This will be a really quick, really short tutorial. So, to get started, you need to be an operator, or you have the option in a config file to change it so you can use the commands as a non-operator. But in this case, I'm in creative, so I can use the command. So let's say let's make a shaped recipe. So we just type /recipe shaped, and say we have this really awesome sword, and maybe our friend wants one, but we don't want it to be a cheap sword. So we can make this recipe so that it takes another star and 2 diamonds, and so this will be our recipe. And then we put the sword here in our output, and once we click confirm, that will create the recipe. And now if we just make it here, we can see that we can now make this sword from this recipe. And since you're loaded with diamonds, maybe you feel like you have a few too many diamonds. So let's try this. So let's make a smelting recipe, because we have so many diamonds, but we don't really have very much dirt. So let's say we'll put a diamond block up here in the input slot. We don't use this slot down here when we're creating a smelting recipe. This is for fuel, which is not yet implemented, but we will eventually be able to create custom fuels for our furnaces, but not yet. So we just have so many diamonds, and we only have one piece of dirt. So I feel like it's a good idea to make a smelting recipe here. Let me get some coal, if I can find it. There we go. Get some blocks of coal. Put some blocks of coal in, put some blocks of diamond in, and now we're smelting dirt. I think that's a really good use of our diamonds. I mean, I love dirt. It's just so dirty. Anyways, so we have a third type of recipe that we can create currently, and that is the shapeless recipe. And this is just a recipe that has no shape. For example, we can put an oak sapling in here and say we want to make it into a dark oak sapling. Now you'll notice that I clicked in here with a stack of 64, but only one got placed in. But if I take this out by just clicking again and click this stack of 64 over here, you'll notice that it puts 64 there. That's because inside of your recipe grid over here, you can only ever have one thing per recipe, if that makes sense. But you can have multiple items that you create. So that's why only one item gets placed over here. But we don't want to make oak saplings into oak saplings. That's just silly. We want to make them into dark oak saplings. So now, if we hit confirm, now we have a shapeless recipe, which means we can put this like here, or here, or here, or here, or anywhere inside of this grid, and it will give us dark oak sapling. That's all there is to it. That's really the whole mod. There are some fancy things you can do with if you host a server and you have this mod installed and you add custom recipes to your server. When someone logs in who also has the custom recipes mod, which would be required, then they will automatically get the recipes from your server and be able to craft them. Now let's just grab some of our dirt that we smelted up. And that's really about all there is to it. So that's me signing off. I hope you enjoy the mod, and please leave some feedback if you do.